Welcome back, Odooers. The Purchase app has been so helpful with organizing Stealthywood's requests for quotations and purchase orders. We work with many suppliers to try and find the best products at the best prices in order to ensure that inventory is always in stock. Sometimes, one product can have multiple suppliers to keep track of, and here at Stealthywood, we definitely sell way more than one product. It's daunting to keep track of all these suppliers and their different prices for each product. And it's been slowing me down to double check a vendor's price every time that I make a request for quotation. That's why I'm pretty grateful for the vendor price list feature in Odoo. As soon as I see a product's price from a vendor, I can input and store it in my company database. Then any employee can easily pull up all of the product's vendors and prices when they add the product to an RFQ. Vendor price lists save me time and they let me confidently choose the best supplier for my needs. So let's dive into Odoo and see how to create and edit a vendor price list. There are two ways to configure a vendor price list. The first way is by editing the product form. And in order to do so, we're going to go ahead and head on over to the products menu and we're going to click into products. And then we're going to select the acoustic block screens. Now, once that we've done this, we can go ahead and head on over to the purchase tab. Here, we can see all of the vendors that supply this product. Now, I've bought the acoustic block screen from 3 different vendors in the past: ReadyMat, Wood Corner, and Azure Interior. Now, Wood Corner, however, recently lowered their price for this product. So I need to update it to the new price, which in this case is $260. Now, for this form, by the way, the order matters. So in this type of case, if one of the vendors is up at the top, they will end up being selected for, let's say, the RFQ purposes. So Odoo will automatically select, let's assume if we move Wood Corner to the top, Wood Corner's price first when I create a new RFQ and I order the acoustic block screen specifically. Now, Stealthy Wood prefers to keep costs low, and we have a good history with the supplier. So I'm actually going to go ahead and drag Wood Corner up to the top because we do want them to be first. So the second way, however, to configure a vendor price list is by clicking on the configuration menu, and we're going to select from the drop-down menu vendor price list. Now, this method gives us even more configuration options. So let me go ahead and search for the product from earlier. Acoustic block screens, again. So we're going to click on the second result, which in this case is search product template for acoustic block screens. Like the product form, I could see the 3 vendors again in their set priority. I can even change the order here, and this will end up affecting the default vendor price list for RFQs again. Now, I'm going to click into the Wood Corner vendor price list, and I'm going to edit it. And since this price list already exists, I could see that the product field is already set to acoustic block screens, the unit price field is set to $260, and the quantity field is set to 1. So from this, I can set the vendor product name and also the vendor product code to the ones that Wood Corner uses in their catalog. If, let's say, I type in the vendor product name as block screens, and then for the vendor product code, screen underscore 001. This information is helpful because now I can search the product by the vendor's product name and the code when I'm creating an RFQ. So Wood Corner has also just emailed me, funny enough, to clarify that the $260 price is a special that is only valid for 1 year. So I'm going to go ahead and go on over to the validity field, and I'm going to set the period from today's date to the date 1 year from now, because we just got that email. Now, I can also use vendor price lists to account for price scaling. I know Wood Corner offers discounts if you buy a certain number of acoustic block screens. 1 screen is $260, but if I buy 10 screens, we get a little discount, a little 10% off. So instead of manually changing the price every time I order, let's say 10 screens, I can configure a vendor price list for the discounted price. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Action and duplicate this price list. Then I'm going to change the quantity over to 10 and the unit price to $234. And that's, the regular $260 price minus the 10% discount for a little bit of math. So after I hit save here, I can go back to my vendor price list, via the breadcrumbs, which is always very convenient. And look at that, we could see my newly configured price list for this product. Now, vendor price lists make it easy to keep track of suppliers' prices and discount specials. I can even use the order of the vendor price list to conveniently default over to my preferred vendor when creating a request for quotation. Be sure to check out the other videos in this module to learn more about the Purchase app. And thank you for watching. And as always, remember, it's Odoo, not Odon't.